The 2021 Canadian Rallye Championship proved to be one of the most exciting the series had ever seen. 3 drivers emerged from the dense competition, trading the lead in the championship 4 times over 6 events, crisscrossing the country and turning every stage into a battleground. André Leblanc and Jérôme Mailloux traded the lead early on. Marc-André Brisebois used his skill at risk-taking to win strategic points. But in the end, Leblanc was the driver standing atop the championship points board, earning his first spot on the Fiddler Cup. Today, all 3 drivers are back to start the new season at Rallye Perce Neige, along with their teams, their co-drivers, and the biggest entry list in Canadian rallying since the world turned upside down. Some are looking for redemption. Some are looking for payback. And one is looking to defend his crown. The 2022 Canadian Rallye Championship starts now. Welcome to a new year and a new season of rally action in Canada. This is Maniwaki, Quebec, home to the first round of the 2022 Canadian Rallye Championship, Rallye Perce Neige. COVID has pushed the event back from the depths of winter into the early spring, and the teams are psyching themselves up for extremely tough conditions.
Excited is a good way to put it. The stages are gravel, and then there's a lot of ice and slush and snow on top of ice. Very deep water. This could be a very interesting rally. Very different from the way Parsonage normally runs.
Au début de saison, on a une nouvelle voiture, même voiture que l'année passée, mais améliorée. Les conditions sont vraiment changeantes, il y a toutes sortes de surfaces. Je pense que ça va être celui qui fait le plus attention et qui fait les meilleurs choix de pneus qui va se rendre à la fin, puis on espère finir le rallye.
My goal this year is to bring this bad boy in front for sure. So we'll probably be fighting with the people in front, and we'll hope that this year we won't have any bad luck engine-wise. Today is a good test because the conditions will be pretty hard.
It will be a mess for sure. Hopefully we will be able to tackle those conditions properly and have a strong finish here. The goal for the year for sure is to be champion again. A championship you can't win on only one event, so it's to be strong at every event. Not just a win, but to be always on the podium spot will be perfect for us.
The change in date has completely changed the nature of the roads here. Normally frozen solid with a layer of ice and snow, today 30 teams will face 200 kilometers of treacherous slush and mud-covered stages. The Canadian Rallye Championship is presented by Subaru Canada. Confidence in motion. Leading the teams into the first loop of stages are the defending champions, André and René Leblanc. The brothers have always been fast, but today they face a brand new challenge: title defense. In rally, the difference between heroes and legends is the number of times their names appear on the cup, and this duo has their sights set much higher than a single championship. Jérôme Mailloux and Philippe Poirier proved their skills in 2021, taking the lead in the championship early on, but bad luck robbed them of their chance to go the distance. This year, Test Racing has rolled out brand new cars for their top drivers, and Mailloux hopes this will be the edge he needs to make good on the potential he showed last year. All smiles at the start of the first stage, Marc-André Brisebois forced the championship decision all the way to the final event of the 2021 season, missing out on top honors when his car packed it in at the start of the Big White Winter Rally. Today, he and co-driver Marie-France Desmarais-Trepanier are also in a brand new test racing car. They came close enough to taste it last year and want to take that last step to a title this time around. Those are the drivers looking to continue their battle from last year, but new contenders are looking to get in their way. Having shown exceptional pace and patience at the Rally of the Tall Pines last year, Olivier Martel and Vincent Hubert are off to a flying start this year, posting top 3 stage times in the first loop. Anytime the veteran team of Jean-Sébastien Besner and Yvan Joyal show up to a rally, you know they'll have the pace to be on the podium, but equipment trouble often hampers their efforts. Today, Besner has traded his Evo for a Subaru in an effort to find consistency to match his speed. He's already setting top 5 times in the new car. Also running a brand new car, Vincent Trudel has teamed up with Michael Chevchik in the hopes of taking the production class victory today. They're off to a good start, posting times just outside the top 5. Alexandre Moreau's 2021 season could be summed up in one word: frustration. Every brief moment of brilliant pace was ended abruptly by either mechanical failures or bad luck. His usual car is undergoing an extensive rebuild to solve those problems, so he's using the car the LeBlancs used briefly last year. A late transit penalty knocks him out of the top 5, but just barely. Chris Greenhouse and Ryan Scott hope to dominate the two-wheel drive class today, but Greenhouse has had his own share of bad luck on these stages in the past.
Early 6 right.
There is no question he has the pace needed to lead the field, but getting to the end of this rally is a challenge all of its own, even when the roads are solid. He takes the early class lead. The team of LaRose and Pazan rose through the two-wheel drive ranks in 2021, and they're off to a great start this year, battling with Greenhouse for the class lead, hanging right on the razor's edge. But when conditions get tricky, the veterans shine. Mal Swan is one of the most experienced drivers here, but this turbo Volvo is new to him. It won't take him long to find the pace needed to challenge for the class win. After 3 stages, Mailloux takes the early lead. Martel and LeBlanc are in a tight battle for second, followed by Brisebois and Besner. Greenhouse leads two-wheel drive, but LaRose is hot on his heels. It's right back out onto the stages of Rallye Perce Neige when we come back. Welcome back to Rallye Perce Neige, round 1 of the Canadian Rally Championship. There's no rest for the wicked as the teams head straight into another loop of tough stages. The sun is shining, melting more of the snow and ice, making the mud thicker and the water splashes deeper. Mailloux and Poirier have been in this position before, out to an early lead at a rally filled with treacherous corners and hidden obstacles. They were in this exact situation when their championship was derailed at Tall Pines last year. Today, they are wary, driving just fast enough to maintain pace, while hoping the battles raging behind them cost the rest of the field time. So far, the strategy is working. With the defending champion only 6 seconds behind him, Olivier Martel knows he needs to dial it up a notch to keep LeBlanc in his rearview mirror. But knowing when and where to push is something that only comes with experience. And with increased pace comes bigger risks. The fans leap to help, but the clock is ticking.
Go, go!
Those 6 seconds are already gone, and the LeBlanc brothers are up to second overall. Although they've moved up the leaderboard, they're losing seconds to Mailloux on each stage, the gap growing to 30 seconds. But the defending champions know these roads well, and know that the deep forest stages will be their opportunity to reel in Mailloux.
543 ici, une tout droite, 6 long de 110, elle longue de 110, puis elle open à crest.
Brisebois and Desmarais Trepanier have put the bad luck behind them and are laying down extremely consistent stage times, moving up into 3rd place. It has taken them no time to find the speed they need to redeem themselves in the new car. But the duo is now under determined attack from the veterans, Besner and Joyal. Besner has also rapidly gained confidence in his new car and is carving seconds out of Brisebois on each stage, edging closer to the podium. Moreau and Guité are proving that they can lay down consistently fast stage times with the right equipment, now moving into the top 5. So far, they've had a drama-free event and are looking to continue the same to the end. All of the teams still have a long way to go yet. Trudel and Chevchek continue their dominance in the production class, with almost 40 seconds on their nearest competitor. As they pass by Martel, they're up into 6th overall. The fans finally managed to free Martel's car, but the mistake has cost him minutes in a battle where seconds count. He falls to 12th place. In two-wheel drive, Chris Greenhouse is doing what he does best, focusing on his own race and laying down blistering times. Now comfortable with the conditions, he's hoping to extend his lead going into the deep forest stages and has his foot flat on the floor. But that's exactly when bad luck strikes again.
Come on.
Well, what did we break?
I don't know. I got no drive. I got axle.
Is the engine still running?
Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh. I mean, it doesn't. We didn't bring them out.
Okay, pull it so that people can get by us.
They got room. Okay. Everything seemed to be going fine, and an intermediate shaft broke, and it means no drive, so we can't move.
Greenhouse's misfortune is just the beginning of the shakeup in two-wheel drive. LaRose and Pezant should have inherited the lead, but instead mechanical trouble on stage 5 drops them to 3rd in class. The chaos allows veteran Mal Swan to attack. He and co-driver Timothy Dine leapfrog several competitors, moving into the class lead in the classic turbo Volvo and taking 45 seconds on their nearest competitors. A heroic drive. 6 stages in, and Mailloux has almost doubled his lead, now to 34 seconds over LeBlanc. Brisebois manages to hold off Besner, but the gap is down to 10 seconds. Teams head back to service to regroup and prepare themselves for the deep forest stages when we come back. We're back at Rallye Perce Neige, the premier round of the 2022 Canadian Rally Championship. Road conditions continue to deteriorate, but the teams have made it back to service to regroup and get ready for the deep forest stages.
Ça a très bien été. On est premiers. C'est pas exactement l'avance qu'on a, là, mais c'était quand même assez serré là, dans les temps avec les Leblanc, je pense. On s'habitue lentement là, à la voiture. Le comportement est différent un petit peu, mais ça va de mieux en mieux là, à chaque spécial. On va faire notre possible là, pour pas faire d'erreur et garder notre avance.
We're sitting in second behind Mailloux. There's a lot of grip, and there will be the big question: do we go studded or gravel tire? I would like to go on gravel, but I think for the first pass I'll go on studded, but that would be nasty for sure.
I feel like we're still in like learning progress with the car, but amazingly built. Can't really complain. I'm so happy with the car right now, and the notes are really good. So looking forward for the next loop, where actually the rally starts. So in the next loop we're facing ice, mud, pools. Like I think I got in the note like pool, Olympic pool. Like there's a lot of water over there, so and I don't know what's with the cold weather yesterday what it's gonna look like, but I'm hoping that it's not gonna be too hard because I want to keep the car clean.
I mean, the easy loop is done. The big thing is coming right now. First time I was driving the car, so I had to get back into it. 2 years without driving a rally car, so yeah, it's a good start. Yeah. I'll go keep my pace and I'll try to be smart and just to make it to the end.
Bien content du résultat. On garde ça dans le chemin. On a eu des petits ennuis dans Tortue, mais ça nous a pas trop retardé, il faut croire. Là. On espère que ça soit la dernière fois, qu'on puisse le faire tout le temps au mois de février. Oui, c'est le fun, il fait beau, mais les conditions de route sont moins belles qu'à l'hiver. Là. On est habitué avec un beau rallye d'hiver. Là. On a un rallye moyen de printemps.
Always something. It just never ends. So everything's going well. We have the lead, and then this happens. This is the intermediate shaft, and this is where it was broken off there. And without that, we have no drive. We pretty much need to just go out there and hope for a miracle at this point.
Now, the real rally starts now. We're going into the forest. The plan is to drive clean, drive fast, win. That's why we're here. This isn't a Sunday drive in the park. We want to fight and we want to win.
We're only halfway to the finish, and the toughest stages are yet to come. The drama at Rallye Perce Neige continues. As road conditions rapidly deteriorate, the organizers have made the difficult decision to cut the rally down to just one loop through the forest stages. This means all the teams will have to make every remaining stage kilometer count. The Canadian Rally Championship is presented by Subaru Canada. Confidence in motion. With over 30 seconds in hand, shortening the rally is a boon for Mailloux and Poirier. It means that they only have to defend their lead for 4 more stages. But they are well aware that these conditions are where the LeBlancs shine, and they are feeling the pressure. Combine that with increased confidence in the new test racing car, and Mailloux opts to crank the pace up a notch, with nearly disastrous results. Learning from the mistake, Mailloux adopts a more conservative approach. Sensing an opportunity, LeBlanc attacks. He threads the needle from corner to corner, maximizing his pace without putting a wheel off. The result stuns the field. The LeBlancs take nearly 50 seconds out of Mailloux and Poirier in the first 2 stages of the loop, going from 35 seconds behind to a 13-second lead. As impressive as LeBlanc's performance is, it pales in comparison to the epic drive of Martel and Hubert. Having lost minutes on that snowbank, he is leapfrogging up the leaderboard, taking 2 or 3 places per stage. He's back in the points, and if he can keep it up, may even challenge for the podium. The battle for third between Brisebois and Besner reaches a fever pitch in the forest, neither driver willing to give an inch. Besner has the experience advantage. Brisebois is no stranger to risk. Brisebois and Desmarais-Trepanier managed to hold their 10-second lead on the first forest stage, but Besner overhauls him into third on the second stage of the loop. The breaking point is reached when a mechanical problem forces Besner to slow down. He and co-driver Yvan Joyal limp the car home to 6th overall, a crushing end to an epic battle. The shakeup allows Test Racing's Philippe and Eric Dubé to move up into 4th place, proving that consistency pays dividends when the conditions are poor. The production class is not immune from the drama. After leading the class all day, mechanical trouble takes Trudel out of the rally, handing the production win to Bollinger and Sutherland. And if that wasn't heartbreaking enough, Mal Swan and Timothy Dine finished the forest loop in the lead, but a failed ECU strands them at the side of the road on the transit back to the finish. Without being able to check in, they are classified as did not finish. This promotes LeBlanc and Cavanaugh to the 2-wheel drive win. They earn the top spot in the class with a clean, mistake-free drive from start to finish. After suffering significant penalties under the rally restart rules, Greenhouse and Scott push hard and finish second in the 2-wheel drive class, earning redemption for their earlier failures on these roads. At the front, the LeBlancs continue trading blows with Mailloux and Poirier. Mailloux manages to find more speed, taking back the lead on stage 9. With time and distance running out, the LeBlancs open the taps just a little bit more, aiming to take the lead back again before the finish line. The plan comes apart when the car spins into a snowbank, well and truly stuck. right behind them on stage, Olivier Martel's heroic drive has pushed him back up into third. It isn't long before he comes across the stricken LeBlanc. Seeing that their rivals are okay, he and co-driver Vincent Hubert push on to finish in second place. Having led 8 out of 10 stages today, Jérôme Mailloux and Philippe Poirier have managed to avoid any of the drama that took down their closest competitors. Their new test racing car performed flawlessly on its debut rally, showing none of the teething pains that new builds usually do. Put that together with smart driving, and they overcome the challenging conditions to take the win. Mailloux, Martel, and Brisebois make up the podium. Dubé climbs to 4th, while the LeBlanc brothers manage to salvage some points with a 5th place finish. Marc-Olivier Leblanc takes the win in two-wheel drive.
La voiture numéro 1, Jérôme Mailloux, Philippe Poirier. On les applaudit, bravo!
On a réussi, ça a été tout qu'un rallye des conditions là, qu'on n'avait jamais vu, je pense, personne. Puis, il est arrivé une petite sortie pour les Leblanc, donc on est premier. On est très content de débuter la saison avec une victoire.
In the very last stage, because we had a different tire choice than Mailloux, we decided that we really need to push because we had the studded tire for the snow. We finished 5th still. Let's say it's kind of a good point, but not the way we would like to finish an event.
Yes, we made it. I'm so happy. I didn't believe it. Condition was better and we changed the setup for a less wide setup for the last loop, and it's actually worked. It helped me to be more competitive. And when I saw Leblanc in the ditch, I was like, okay, I can slow down and like secure the 3rd position. So I'm pretty happy for first podium at PN. So.
Les conditions changeantes, la boue, la glace, c'est tout un challenge. On a su relever ce challenge-là, puis on est bien content, puis ça augure bien pour le reste de la saison.
Bravo, félicitations!
With the first rally of the season complete, the battle lines have been drawn. But there are 8 rallies this year, and anything can happen. The teams will head west to the Rocky Mountain Rally for the next installment of the Canadian Rally Championship.